cash flow. So in this video, we're going to talk about cash flow. What are the cash flow names? What does it mean? And what do I look for in our businesses that generates millions of dollars every single year in real estate investing? If you're new to the channel, my name is Raul Blufe, and I am a real estate wholesaler. I wholesale hundreds of houses every year. I flip houses. I also have Airbnbs and long-term rentals. And the purpose of this channel is for you to learn some of my mistakes that I've made and also learn some of the good things that I've been able to accomplish so you can do the same in your journey. So there are 4 types of cash flows that the accounting terms for business, that exist, okay? I'm gonna name these, but also I'm gonna name the ones that have helped me and how I look at it and how you can look at it in your business. So there's operating cash flow, investing cash flow, financing cash flow, and free cash flow. These are accounting terms. Now, all that sounds good and gravy, but that is not really what helps move the needle. When you're starting your own business or you're working in your first business, or maybe you have a business going on and you're trying to figure out what does this cash flow actually mean? You know, passive cash flow, active cash flow, what is all this? So I'm gonna go over what are the ones that have helped me the way I look at it so that I can perform and make the most amount of cash in our real estate investing businesses. So very simply, for me and my businesses, and mainly in my wholesaling business, this is what generates cash. So we do 7 figures a year in that business. And what I look for every single week and every single month, I do a little meeting with my COO, and we look at what cash is in, how much cash came in, how much cash came out, how much cash is needed to run the business for the level of income that I want. That one's really important. Cash needed for investments and cash return on investments. So those are the 5 that I look at. I'm going to go into a little bit of detail on each. So cash in, and you could do this on a weekly or monthly basis. It's up to you. But I always like to see every single week how much cash came in, like actual cash get deposited into our account. That's pretty simple. Then I also like to see how much cash went out. So if we deposited $10,000 and $8,000 went out, okay, cool. That doesn't mean that's our net profit, because typically I like to look at net profit on a monthly and quarterly basis. But now I'm pretty aware of what's happening in the bank account. And by the way, a little hack is every single day of your life, you should be seeing your screenshots of your bank statements. I have 3 banks that I use. So every morning my assistant sends me 3 screenshots of what our bank statements look like, basically how much cash we have in there at a given time. And you'll be amazed how many mistakes you'll catch, or how many random things you'll be like, wait, I still pay for this? All right, let's cut this right now. Let's cut this right now. So I don't know why I didn't do that sooner. I started doing it like a year ago, and it's been amazing. So this is a little pro tip for you. Now, the last 3 are the ones that really move the needle. Cash needed in the business for my level of income. So what do I mean by this? There's cash needed to operate a business. We do real estate wholesaling, which is basically spending money on marketing to find motivated sellers to then purchase their house at a discount and then sell it for a profit. In order to run this business, you need some cash. You need some marketing money, at least the way we run it. So if I want to make a certain amount of income, let's say I want to make $500,000 a year from my wholesaling business. So I always reverse engineer how much cash is needed to invest in this business so that I can get that for me. You know, that's going to be different in your business than in my business, but that is one metric, that cash flow, that the accountants don't really tell you about. That is one metric that has helped me. And I look at every business like that. So when I started my fix and flipping business and my Airbnb business, I said, okay, if I want to make $30,000 net a month on Airbnb, so how much cash is needed to get that? Okay, so to make $30,000 net a month, we need to make about $80,000 to $100,000 gross per month. So to do that, we need about 6 houses. Okay, for each house, we're going to need about this much down payment. Okay, plus we're going to need this much repairs. So in total, you're going to need X amount of dollars to produce that $30,000 a month. Does that make sense? This is the way that I look at cash flow and the cash invested needed for your level of income, for you, what you want to make. So I always look at it that way. If you're going to start wholesaling today, tomorrow, I would reverse engineer how much cash do you need to get that level of income that you want. It might be 300,000, it might be 100,000, it might be 30 million. I don't know. It's up to you. But that is a metric that I am always looking at. And that leads me to the second most important one, which is cash needed for investments. So there's certain investments you're going to want to make, whether it's crypto, stocks, index funds, real estate, commercial real estate, storage units, up to you. But it's really important to just get a grasp Get a grip. Oh, damn, I don't know what the fuck. Get a grip of how much cash you freaking need to get that investment property that you want. By the way, the cash does not have to come from you. The cash can come from somebody else, but it starts with knowing how much cash is needed for what you want to make. And lastly, the cash return on investment. This is also cash flow, right? There's cash out and cash in. So right now we've been talking about cash out, but how much cash will come in given the cash that you invest in these investments, or how much is already coming in if you already have investments. So I always look at gross and net. It's very simple, right? If you have a rental property and it rents for $3,000 a month, so you should be collecting $3,000 gross. That's cash that's coming into your bank account. $3,000 gross profit. Then you have a mortgage, insurance, taxes, etc. Then there's a net profit. But it's very important to calculate, all right, if I invest $50,000 down payment and $20,000 in repairs, and then I rent, I buy this property and I rent it for $3,000 a month after my mortgage and everything, what is coming in? Now that's step one, but if you want to foresee, let's say your goal is to make $10,000 per net passively every month. Well, how much cash do you actually need to make that happen? Like I said, it doesn't have to be your cash. You can get JV partners, joint venture partners. You can get, your rich uncle to lend you some money. But as long as you have that written somewhere, as long as you are aware, like, okay, for me to make $10,000 a month on rental properties, I need about $500,000 in cash. I'm just making this up, right? Now you can go and march forward, and all you have to do is find a way to raise this money, or raise half this money, or raise a third of this money. And then you can be on your way to that financial freedom goal that you want. And if you're not on your way, it's probably because you haven't liked this video, subscribed, hit that bell, hit that notification bell so you get notified every time we come out with a video. And it really helps the YouTube algorithm push this out to as many real estate investors that need to hear this. Overall, I really appreciate you guys watching. Thank you guys. And if you want to learn more from me, you can follow me on Instagram or raulblufe.com. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.